Hello there, it is Clouds. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, it's very nice to meet you. So today we are back with a university video. We are going to react to the top business schools, specifically in Europe. I feel like European business schools are a league of its own when it comes to Masters in Management and management programs, especially since American business schools are usually more catered towards MBAs, and that's usually what they're known for. It's their unique selling point. However, Masters in Management, also known as MIMS, are incredibly popular in Europe, and I don't think they've proliferated quite as much in the US. So let's look at European business schools and how they rank. If you're new to this channel, you might not know, but I also went to business school myself. I went to London Business School here in the UK, and I did my master's in management there right after undergrad. Hello guys, it is Editing Clouds here, and I just wanted to pop in for a quick second to give a big shout out to AdAzure Admissions. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. AdAzure is essentially an amazing platform that helps students get offers from top business schools around the world. So I'll definitely talk about them in a little bit more detail further into the video, but I just wanted to give them a quick shout out. Back to the video. For context, Masters in Management is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a master's in management. However, it is usually geared towards people in their early career. So for example, for myself, I did my master's in management right after I graduated from undergrad. So with essentially 0 years of full-time work experience, all I had under my belt was a few internships here and there. And MBAs are quite different, where usually they only really take people who have 5+ years of work experience. The course itself is very similar to what you learn in an MBA. It's your typical business fundamentals, accounting, finance, strategy, operations, human resources, all of that jazz, with the networking elements very well integrated, as well as the career coaching, trying to help you get into whatever career or corporate job you want to get into. And similarly to MBAs, Masters in Management really allow you to explore your entrepreneurial spirit. Now, with all that being said, business schools are extremely expensive. So one thing I would say is that it is a cost-benefit analysis, and that's why I really only recommend people go to business school and make that investment if it's a top business school. So that's why today we're gonna look at the rankings. It's been a while since I've looked at business school rankings, but let's try to get a sense of what top business schools look like. Alright, so I just googled best business schools in Europe 2023, and then we can work our way back if you want to look at some further rankings from 2022. But the first one that popped up here is QS Global MBA Rankings, so let's take a look at that. So this is the QS Global MBA Rankings for Europe in 2023. In first place, we've got HEC Paris, so a very popular business school, very well ranked and reputable. Second place, we've got London Business School. Secondly, we've got IE Business School, which is in Spain. Then we've got INSEAD, Paris, Singapore, and France. I think it actually originated in France, but I know that they've got a campus in Singapore. INSEAD, I think, is probably one of the most popular business schools. If not, I definitely would say it's definitely more popular than HEC and IE in terms of how reputable it is. But obviously, rankings definitely fluctuate back and forth. But yeah, INSEAD is a great business school. Then we've got IC Business School. My mom is calling me.
A few moments later.
Next after IC is Cambridge Judge School. Cambridge obviously being an incredibly reputable university. Right after Cambridge, we've got Oxford. Not surprised. And then we've got ESAD Business School right after Oxford. Imperial College Business School comes right after. I think Imperial is probably the second most well-known business school here in the UK after London Business School. Bocconi, we actually had a lot of Bocconi students at London Business School, a lot. Every single Italian student that we have in London Business School comes from Bocconi. And that's the top 10. So top 10 MBA rankings. Let's see if we can find the top 10 MIM rankings. If you're interested in getting into any of these schools, one really great platform that you can look into is ASTRA Admissions. They're an online course that really supports you throughout your application to top European business schools, including the ones we just saw like LBS, INSEAD, and HEC Paris. So if you're interested and it's something that you genuinely want to invest in your future and invest in your career, and you think that business school is the way to do that, then I think AdAzure Admissions might just be able to help you out. So as an AdAzure client or student, you actually have a 98% chance of getting accepted into the business school of your dreams. The platform works with you through 3 different stages. Firstly is your admission strategy. What exactly are the schools you want to go for? Whether you want to go abroad, whether you want to go to Europe, whether you're only interested in the UK, etc. They really work you through that strategy. Secondly, once you know what your target schools are, they work with you through your admissions prep. So working with you through those application essays and how to submit really good references is. And actually, your holistic application really matters a lot. One of the reasons why I was able to get into London Business School was really through the initial admissions process. I submitted strong essays, which landed me a scholarship. So the preparation phase is incredibly important to make sure you really nail down that first impression that the recruiters at the university will have of you. And last but not least, AdAzure really helps you through your admissions plan. So once you've sent out your applications, once you start receiving offers, which one should you go for? How do you strategize? And your financing plans as well. How can you ensure you can get the best financing plans or scholarships potentially for the schools that you applied for and hopefully get offers for? So they really help you end to end in terms of your strategy in the beginning, what schools you want up until the end. Once you get accepted, how are you going to go there, and your overall plan to onboard yourself into the business school. Now let's take a cheeky look at their website, but here you can really go into each one of the top MIMs and it gives you a comprehensive snapshot of what it is. So number 2 in 2021, number 4 in FT program ranking in 2021, whether you need a GMAT or not, whether the application deadline, the first deadline, the duration, it gives you quick snapshots of what they are, so you can really scroll through and compare. And you can even try their online course for free just to get a flavor of what it's like before you fully commit. All right, now let's go back to our rankings. I've Googled Masters in Management rankings for 2023. Let's see what QS has to say. And also we've got Financial Times Masters in Management rankings for 2022. I don't think the 2023 ones have released, and I know this because I was asked to submit a survey as an alum, which will then feed into the 2023 rankings. So yeah, I know firsthand that those rankings are not out yet because I was just doing the survey last week. But let's look at QS's 2023 Masters in Management rankings. First, we've got HEC Paris. Then is ESSEC Business School. Again, very similar schools to the ones we saw for MBAs. Third, we've got London Business School. I do think it's dropped a little bit. I used to think it was always at like number 1 or number 2 spot. Number 3 is still not bad. Still not bad, I must say. Then we've got IE Business School, which is school in Spain. INSEAD, which again I've mentioned is actually a very reputable school. ISAD, UVA. I don't know why those two are different, but I think, I see, it's different courses. So you've got your MSE, so you've got your International Management Masters, and then here is a Global Strategic Management Masters. So they're two different ones. ESCP Europe, which is again in Paris. Copenhagen Business School, which is the first time we see in one of these rankings, but I do know it is quite popular, especially in the more Scandinavian regions. W Vienna, which I know is a very good university in Austria, ranks number 10 in Masters in Management, according to QS. And I will try to see if I can open up the FT rankings because I am very curious to see what those look like. And this one's for 2022. So first one is St. Gallen. And actually, St. Gallen hasn't been mentioned in the other university rankings, but St. Gallen is a very, very reputable school. I think St. Gallen and ETH Zurich are like top European schools, not only for business, actually probably not mostly for business, but mostly on the STEM side, especially when it comes to ETH Zurich. St. Gallen's definitely a little bit more business skewed. Then we've got HEC Paris. Again, we keep on saying HEC Paris in the rankings. Thirdly, we've got Rotterdam School of Management. Fourth, Stockholm School of Economics. We've got a few new names here, which is very interesting to compare. ESCP Business School. And that's the top 5. Actually, I want to see the rest. Let's see. Let's see where LBS is in this one because I'm a bit concerned I haven't seen it yet. Okay, so LBS is number 7 with ESSEC taking the 6th spot. After that, we've got University College Dublin. I'm not going to try to say that, but that's 8th. Emilon Business School, ESMT Berlin, Tsinghua University. That's not even Europe. Maybe they have like a collaboration with another school. But wow, that's very, very interesting. Okay, wait, sorry, this is not European. This is just Masters in Management in general. I think what we can really start to see is that regardless of where the numbers are and where each university individually ranks, we keep on seeing the same universities come up again. It's, HEC Paris, ESSEC, INSEAD, LBS. We do keep on seeing these same schools. So in terms of like the top 10 business schools in Europe or the top 15, whatever it is kind of always a very similar list. And what is great is that companies and admission blogs like AdAzure help you really target this specific list of universities, which is good because it's already a short list done for you. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys found that informative and found that interesting. If you are interested in applying to business schools and applying to Masters in Management specifically, then definitely look at my other videos that I have and try to inform yourself a little bit more in terms of what it actually is like and whether it is the right thing for you to do or not, because again, it's a costly decision, but I do think it's worth it if you go to a top school. And if you don't know how to get into top school, then check out AdAzure admissions, as I mentioned earlier. And thank you very much AdAzure for sponsoring this video. It's always great to collaborate with platforms and companies that have a very similar mission to me, which is spread education and spread information to those who want to upskill themselves and to those who really want to take hold of their future. And that's something that has always been a mission to me. So yes, if you do think that business school is the right path for you, and that could be for a plethora of different reasons. It could be because you want to get into a certain career like consulting, investment banking. Business schools are of course very well known for placing students in these sort of careers, or whether it's because you want to take an entrepreneurial path. Business schools have incubators that help you do that and have a really well-versed connection and network to help you start a startup, or whether it's because you want to make better connections for life and networks that will be, you know, very fruitful in your later career. Business school is definitely a great thing to look into. If you guys have any questions in terms of schools, admissions, my experience as, you know, a student in a business school and what I've done with those resources years later, aka now, then don't hesitate to comment down below and I'll try my best to answer your guys' questions. And of course, please do like and subscribe if you find this kind of content helpful or insightful, and I'll try to make a lot more videos for you guys. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.